Why is black culture homophobic, or is black culture homophobic? We know attitudes towards your sexual orientation vary throughout the U.S. Social and cultural more of sexuality have a large psychological impact on an individual's behavior, especially in a family unit. Many ethnic families in the U.S. do not feel comfortable talking or discussing sexuality and the disclosure of one's sexual orientation. So I know this exists in all races, right? Not just the black community. But I do feel as though we are one of those communities that is either scared to talk about it or act like it don't exist. Why is that?
I think it's a number of factors, man. I think it's how you were raised and brought up, learning about homosexuality and how it's supposed to be man and woman. It could be maturity, as you get older, just realizing that hey, homosexual people are out here and they're not going anywhere. So the best thing that we can do is respect them for who they are and treat them like a human being. But we don't have to like everything about their sexuality. And I feel like it's a thin line between that now because a lot of times we don't want to cross that line or cross that boundary that is assaulting the community or whatever. And I feel like for me like I try not to be that way in a sense. Like when I was younger, I feel like I was more homophobic then than I am now. Because of course, like as kids, you like you don't really see that, So the first time you see that, you like, damn, that's a real thing. Like you really like dudes like that, you know what I'm saying? But then as you get older, you're like, okay, this is part of the world. It's just how some guys are, and you just gotta take that into consideration, man, and treat them with the same respect as you would treat somebody that's straight. So that's what I try to do. If I do kind of somebody that is homosexual and we're gonna be friends or whatever, I lay down the case, from the start, like, yo, I don't want to hear anything about, your sexuality, what you're doing with dudes and anything like that. And as respect to you, I'm not gonna do that to you either, as far as like who I mess with. So I feel like that's a respect thing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you can be cool, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it in the boundaries.
And G touched on a lot of good points. Yeah, it's interesting. Like you said before, though, I mean, obviously it's in all cultures, but for Black culture specifically, I think religion. My
Yeah.
fault. No, good. I think religion plays a big part in that. Of
Mm.
course, the Christianity, belief system is huge in the Black culture, the Black community. So, you know, with that being said, some people fall on the lines of being just completely against homophobic, homosexual beliefs, being just misguided or uneducated. That plays a big part of that. Not really truly accepting people for who they are. But at the end of the day, it's a fine line. Like G said, you could, as long as there's respect there, people could really, have their own beliefs, and it's on you. But as long as there's no hate being, geared towards another group of people, I think it's fine. But yeah, miseducation, misguidedness, religion, a lot of that I think plays a factor in it.
Yeah, definitely religion. I feel like religion is the biggest key that plays the part in that and
Man,
how we feel about that.
you know what, G? I'm gonna actually trump you a little bit. I think bigger than religion might be music, might be hip
Oh,
hop.
yeah, true that. Yeah.
Like we know when it comes to hip hop, we say a whole bunch of homophobic slurs. Well, we probably wouldn't look at it as homophobic slurs, but
Mm-hmm.
the LGBT community may look at it as homophobic slurs, like no homo,
Yeah.
pause,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't think of the last time I've seen a hip hop artist or a rap artist come out of the closet. Maybe what's my dude name? Lil Nas X. I don't know what
Okay, yeah,
genre he's in though. I don't know if
yeah.
he falls in like the hip hop genre or maybe the country music or maybe just a pop artist.
Hmm.
But I can't remember somebody who was in the hip hop artist actually come out. And I never watched Empire, but I know
Yeah.
like from some people who watched it, they talk about that is one of the selling points of the show, and it's actually really interesting and intriguing.
Hmm.
Um, so I mean, we know how much influence music has, and at the end of the day, like, okay, it's none of my business what your sexual orientation is.
Yeah.
Would that stop me from listening to somebody's music? I can't necessarily say yes or no because if I rock with the artist, I rock with the artist. If I like the music that you're putting out, I'm gonna like the music that you're putting out.
Hmm.
And say any any gay artists. Okay, I listen to Elton John. I like Elton John music. Frank Ocean, I like his music. I don't listen to Little Nas X outside of the Rodeo Cowboy song, and I didn't even listen to that song, but it was everywhere. It was
It
all
was
over.
played so much you
Yeah,
couldn't
you
help
had
but hear it.
one of the most important things is just us talking as men, especially in the black community, because we are taught to
Mm.
hold so much in, man. And we've talked about this on the show. You know, the audience, you know, you guys know that. Just the importance of just talking about your emotions, man. And having black boys or grown into black men actually be vulnerable enough to actually talk about their feelings and their emotions and what's going on, you
Mm.
know? Because again, like you said, like I didn't know exactly what it was at a young age. I
Yeah.
just knew what is now, you know, heterosexual. I knew that it was just a boy and a girl or a man
Hmm.
and a woman. You know, I didn't know that it can be a man and a man or a girl and a girl because that wasn't necessarily taught inside of my household, and I didn't necessarily see that.
Yeah.
There's another example that I wanted to go with, but I kind of forgot. Um, oh, Moon Knight, or was it Moonlight?
I think it was Moonlight. I know what movie you're referring to. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a really interesting movie. Marshall Ali is in it. Major salute to him. And then it's another black actor in it. I like him a lot. He was in
Hmm.
Bird Box. That's a really interesting movie. Um, really interesting movie. So for you guys that's watching this, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. And it's just important that we do have the conversation because regardless of what your sexual orientation is, like G said, man, as long as you know you don't bring that to my front door, I mean, you can do what
Yeah.
you want, you
Right.
know?
We can be cool, man. You ain't gotta, share stories.
Yeah, that's cool. And it's the same thing with my heterosexual friends. Like if I
Yeah,
don't want to
right,
hear
right.
those, I don't if I don't want to hear those stories, I don't want to hear
Yeah,
those
right.
stories. You know, so you know,
Have
it's
y'all heard of the Saucy Santana dude? He's an
Nah,
openly gay artist. You haven't heard of him?
nah, I can't
it's
say
my
I
first
Okay,
time.
okay. He been on a lot of the blog sites as of recently, but yeah, okay. Yeah, then if y'all ain't heard of him, then it don't even matter. But he may be breaking the mold because I mean
Mm.
he's a gay rapper that people seem to like. It's definitely something we haven't seen before other than Lil Nas X, but I wouldn't consider him, actually a rapper. But this dude actually, you know what I'm saying,
Mm.
is rapping.
now.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying that he's lying about it at all, but how marketable would it be to be the first openly gay hip hop artist, rap artist, football player, basketball player? Like the
Yeah.
marketing behind that would be like ridiculous.
Crazy.
It'll definitely be ridiculous. Um, yeah, I would be crazy. I definitely.
Yeah, he seemed to be doing well. I
That's
mean,
good.
I don't know for sure. I don't know what that man bank account looked like, but he seemed to be a successful
How do you like his music?
gentleman.
Yeah, how you like his music?
I mean, it ain't like I've heard like full songs, but from what I've heard, it's not bad. I mean, it's like catchy,
Mhm.
catchy dance music. So it's cool. Like I can see why people would like it. You know what I mean? Club music, you know, that in that type of lane. But yeah, I haven't. I can't say I've listened to enough of Saucy Santana to say if he's fire or not. But I do like his confidence from what I've seen. You know, the fact that he is, you know, open with it and just really don't kind of give a damn about, you know, people's opinions. It seems like, and he seems like he's talented. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to just be flamboyant and trying to, you know, get attention, or like you said, maybe just trying to be the first gay rapper just because it's gonna get headlines. But nah, it's actually pretty talented too, from what I gather.
Okay. Definitely got to check them out now.
Yeah.
Check them out. I'm definitely check them out.
It'll throw you off. It's gonna throw you off. I'll tell you that real quick. Oh, okay, all right. That's a warning.
Hold on, real quick. You know, when you said throw you off, you know, I don't know why. You know, the first person that popped into my head, was the first time I heard Ricky Martin, "Living La Vida Loca." I don't know why that popped into my head. Yeah. When you said it's gonna catch you off guard, I don't know why that popped into my head, bro. But when I heard that song and I watched it, and then I was like, yeah, this shit definitely took me off guard, but it was catchy. It was cool. Yeah, a lot of women in the video.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.